Hello friends, Namaste. I am Muktamani Maurya and I hope that you are doing well in your life. In the last few days, many students had asked me through different methods that how can we start studying geomorphology from Savinder Singh's book. They also asked that it is very tough and lengthy. So how can we cover it? So there were many questions, there were many problems that you were facing on, and many students had asked me that how can we cover the geomorphology from Savinder Singh books. So due to these all problems you were facing, I decided to make you a guide how to study geomorphology from Savinder Singh's book. So let's start. I am going to discuss here one by one chapter that how you can start studying, and it will also not feel very tough and lengthy. So first of all you should keep in mind that skip chapter 1st and chapter 2nd, and next directly comes on the topic and on the chapter number 3, the age of the earth. In the third chapter, the age of the earth, remember all movements occur in the different geological history of earth and associated features only in brief, not in depth. So this is the movements. There were different movements occurred in the geological history of the earth, like in Cretaceous, Jurassic, Triassic. So there were different movements like Permian, Hercian, Caledonian. So different movements are important, and features associated with all eras and periods are very important. So focus on these all points. This is important. In the next chapter, chapter number 4th, covers only interior of the earth classification based on the chemical and mechanical classification and different discontinuities. You have to focus on these two points and these two topics only, not all of the topics that has been mentioned in the books. Next, in the 5th chapter, study plate tectonic theory only, sea floor spreading, continental drift theory of Alfred Wegener, nothing else. You don't have to study the formation, how it was formed, blah blah. You don't have to study it because the question will not be asked from here. In the next chapter, it is all about isostasy, so skip this chapter and only study what is isostasy. The one point is that what is isostasy, nothing else. Next chapter is about earth's movement. So in the 7th chapter, in earth movements, study diastrophism, faults, endogenetic and exogenetic forces, Rift Valley, and how it was formed. These are the very important points, very important topics. You have to cover it. In the next lesson, that is the rocks. This is very important. You have to study how it is formed, what are the types of rocks and distribution of rocks in the world as well as in India, and also about different features associated with the rocks. This is very important. In the 9th chapter, that is related to volcanism, you have to study what is the volcanism, what are the types, distribution and associated structure and materials about volcanism. 10th chapter is associated with earthquake, and 11th chapter is also associated with earthquake and mountain building. So in both chapters you have to study types of mountains, distributions, and how it was formed. So these are the very important, these three are the very important topics that you have to focus on. In the 12th chapter, that is related to plateau, you have to focus on how plateau was formed and its distribution in the world as well as in India. 13th chapter you have to skip it. Also the 14th chapter you have to skip it. Now come directly on the 15th chapter, that is about weathering and mass movement. This is very important because each and every year many questions had been asked from here. So you have to study in details weathering and mass movement. Cycle of erosion, this is very important because you have to study one very important concept that is given by W.M. Davis, William Morris Davis, that is the cycle of erosion. That is the concept of cycle of erosion. You have to study it. The 17th chapter and the 18th chapter, both are associated with river. It means drainage system. So both chapter covers, you have to cover it because these both chapters are very important. It is associated with one of the geomorphic agent, that is the river. You have to study about landforms that was formed by river and edges of river, types of river. There are different concepts. So you have to study in detail both of the chapters. Next point is, this is also one of the geomorphic agent, that is the groundwater that is found in karst region. So you have to study about how many types of different structure are found in karst region. Sea webs, this is also important. This is also a geomorphic agent, so you have to study different forms that are formed by the sea webs and in the coastal region. So this is very important concept. In 21 chapter, that is associated with aeolian landforms and wind, you have to study how different types of landforms, different types of structure are found in desert and terms associated with desert. So you have to study this chapter very importantly and very depth. Chapter 22 is associated with glaciers, so read about different landform that is formed by the glaciers in the glacier region. So these are the points, these are the topics that has been mentioned in the Savinder Sea book, and I have already told you that what are the important points and how you should have to cover these all points. There is no need to cover all and whole points of the book, so only study the selected topics which are very important for your perspective, for the exam perspective, for the JNU exam perspective, not all topics. Thank you so much.